Welcome to Huntsville, Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium host to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First down here for the offense. Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. At midfield, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. The quick out. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Just steamrolling his way through. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And that quarterback can go, just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How much confidence do you have in your quarterback? You're going to have to throw this in the end zone and try and generate a touchdown on 4th down. It's still relatively early in the game. It's still relatively close. How aggressive can you be with your signal call?
Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Gain of 3. 2nd down coming up.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At the 26-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45, on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling for the first down.
For the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Sam Houston 10, Jacksonville State 0.
Leaves it with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Santos. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hodges. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that alone? Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Now he's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Stands in and takes the hit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick completion on the out.
A pass on 3rd down. Complete toward the sideline. Picks up 7. Brings up.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down.
42 Spider.
Defense in press coverage. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
I like the call. You're so close to midfield. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Do you like that they kept it on the ground and not just because it was successful?
Yeah, I think a lot of coaches tend to overthink it, and I just think you keep it on the ground, keep it simple, something you've been running since day one, and you know in short yardage situations you do really well.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Oh, how did you make that move? He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just 1 step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense now setting up 4th.
And the Gamecocks will try to convert on 4th down.
Easy. Alert. Flip it.
They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. On to attempt the try.
In the end zone.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Calmer now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. They're going to throw it again. Gets it out fast. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback now breaking the field. Turns it on at midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hodges. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Caught in the backfield, it's Santos. They'll immediately call timeout.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Bearcats are in the hurry up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that ball is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring run.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on the narrow side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Still running at the 40. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage. So wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. And the ball squirted out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Here comes the offense on first down.
Black 24. Black 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Gorilla. Acorn.
He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
At the 27-yard line.
This offense has a second down play. DB's right up on the receivers.
2-9 Philly. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
He wants to throw here on second down. Going for it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Quick completion on the out route. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on second down. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Lining up to add another.
With the grab and the score.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try the left side. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're going to ride this running back. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Sam Houston, 17, Jacksonville State, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ballgame when it's really going to matter.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Jacksonville State, 14.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
They worked their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Grab behind the line. It's Hodges. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How nice is it as a quarterback if you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Here we go.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8.
3:25.
He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Got it.
Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Jacksonville State, 21.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David?
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll try the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most. They'll give it to him again. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win. I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.